Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm just doing some good old-fashioned perfume reviews. Really nothing to it. So that's what we're gonna do. The majority of these were sent to me, which I am always extremely grateful for, but also, as always, you will be getting my honest review regardless. And then a couple I did by myself. Let me just give you my thoughts on some fragrances I've been seeing going around lately. Oh, I've got a lot of questions about this one. I have been playing around with this for quite some time. This is, of course, Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. And when I first saw that this was launching, I was so excited. I love me like an ice cream note. Ooh, that is good. And pistachio is actually a note, although I'm usually not down with a nutty vibe because of the nature of pistachio, because it isn't in your face like a nutty explosion. It's a softer nut. I was looking forward to it. Now, the opinions, the experiences with this fragrance, it's all over the place. It's a very polarizing fragrance. We have a huge range of opinions with this one. So if you are interested in this scent, I would highly recommend sampling it first. Some people interpret this to be more of a freshie. They get more of a shampoo-like vibe. They're not really picking up on the gourmand elements, and other people do get that gourmand experience. This smells very young to me, mainly like cotton candy. That's the most prominent note that I pick up, but it isn't heavy or thick. So because it is so airy, fluffy, whipped, it's not overwhelming, but it is very sweet to me. I don't smell anything gelato related in this fragrance, and I'm well aware that gelato is a more airy, light version of an ice cream. I've had gelato, I understand the experience, but I don't get that from this. This is pistachio cotton candy for me with whipped cream and the outside powder of marshmallows. It's like you could translate that airy, pillowy feeling of squishing a marshmallow in a perfume, and it all lies on a light bed of florals. I can't distinguish them, but they're there to cut through the gourmand notes. There is definitely a citrus tone to the scent from the bergamot, bringing in a freshness. But the scent overall, to me, does not smell like a freshie whatsoever. Because it is so airy, this is a gourmand that you can wear on warmer days, but because it is so candy sweet to me, I would not be wearing this personally in the summer. Like if I'm wanting to reach for something for a warm day, something refreshing out of the shower for the gym, this is not the type of scent I would reach for because it's too sugary for that kind of mood for me. And I also don't think it would work in the winter. It's just not gonna withstand the cold weather. So I think this would best suit fall and spring. But because of that noticeable bergamot, it is going to change the scent from what you might expect from something called gelato. It's also not too nutty, so if you're not a fan of nuts in your fragrances, I don't think that will be an issue. I get the nuts most prominently in the opening. It's in the first 5 minutes that I can pick them up the most. There's pistachio and hazelnut, but it comes across like light, creamy shavings. There's a creamy quality to the scent, but it's not dense in the slightest. Again, think whipped cream. Sillage sits close to the skin and it has moderate performance. You're definitely gonna have to overspray with this one. When I first got this, I was like, okay, that's cute. Not for me personally, but it's cute. I let it sit for a while. I kept revisiting it and it did start to grow on me. I do actually like the scent. However, when I smell this, it makes me think of a young girl's fragrance, and I mean absolutely no disrespect to anyone who loves this fragrance. Like, anyone can wear anything. If you love it, that's what matters. That's just the experience I get personally. So it didn't feel like me when I was wearing it. So although I do enjoy the scent, it felt too girly, sugary, sweet, young for my taste personally. I have 2 younger sisters and they love their sweet fragrances, so it's gonna find a home. Also, just side note, I absolutely adore this bottle. It has to be my #1 favorite from Kayali. Like, this mint color is stunning. And if I hadn't mentioned it already, that was kindly gifted to me from the brand. I'll just go over everything that was sent to me first, I'll let you know when I get to the ones I bought. Next up is a new men's release from Micallef, and this is Red Colorado. This is a like for me. Eric enjoyed this one as well. He was wearing this one for a couple weeks while we formed our opinions. To me, this smells like a man in his 40s or up. There's this classic men's fragrance DNA to it. It does smell good. I do like it. The only thing is, it's not very unique to me. I'm left wanting something a little more. It's woody, there's a fresh quality to it, a smooth leather, patchouli, it's luscious and green. The thing is, we both felt like he was wearing someone else's scent, which I think it's very important when you're purchasing a fragrance, wearing a fragrance, that you really resonate with it, that it feels like an extension of you. I think it's an easy reach, easy to like scent. It's good across the board. Like, I think you would get compliments with this. I don't know, I can be a difficult person to please sometimes because I'm always looking for something to really strike me, but it's good. It'll work year round for any occasion, purpose, scenario. If you're someone getting started with fragrances, you just want an easy go-to scent. It's gonna smell good, it's gonna do the job. This might be one to check out. If you're heavily into fragrances, I think you'd still like it, but it may not be as high impact as you may be looking for. It lasts about 7 hours and sillage is moderate. Next up is Roja Manhattan, and this smells wildly different on me versus Eric. On me, I don't like it at all. It smells like an odd, just mishmash of notes. I don't know, just on me. On me, it smells like a bunch of notes just thrown together in a blender. If you're familiar with Roja, you'll recognize that they usually have a huge note breakdown with their fragrances. I don't know, the basil and coconut come off weird on my skin. On Eric, however, it works. On him, it's a warm, spicy fragrance and definitely gives off a complex, ambery experience to me. Tobacco, clove, cinnamon, vanilla, patchouli, wood, pink pepper. I actually like it a lot on him. It isn't a love and obsession for me, but I do quite like it on him. And Eric loves it. The moment I spray this, he was like, I'll wear that. Oh, I'll take it. I'll wear it. So this is his now. On the right person's skin, it smells expensive, which it is. Like you're walking around on a night out in the lit up streets of Manhattan. It's the holidays, you're on a shopping spree wearing a trench coat. And I would describe this as unisex leaning slightly masculine. If you're interested in this one, be sure to sample it first, because I don't know how it's gonna pull on you. Could be really good or not so much. Next up is from Veronique Gabai, Sexy Garrigue. Beautiful luxury experience presentation. The scent itself, unfortunately, is not a favorite of mine. This is a dry, woody, thinned out amber scent. And it's not listed, but I do detect like a cinnamon undertone as well. Just a very slight hint of a gourmand touch, like a cinnamon pastry or syrup in the background, but I wouldn't categorize this as a gourmand at all. That element is very quiet. There's a tang to this fragrance. Like the resins have a bit of this sour touch. I can feel it in the back of my tongue when I smell this. It also has a bit of a vintage quality. There's a maturity to the fragrance. It smells like it's telling a bit of history. I think this is actually one of their best sellers from the line, and I do enjoy an amber note, but unfortunately this one was not quite for me. Next up is a new launch from Nuit Nomade, and that is Love at First Sight. This is a very lilac heavy fragrance. Incredibly natural smelling. So if you want to smell like realistic lilac florals, you'll probably like this. Also acacia. I honestly don't really smell the passion fruit. It's just very floral to me. Like I am sticking my nose into the flower. So it's not for me. I'm just not a purple floral kind of gal, you know, except for iris. And I do enjoy me a bit of a lavender as well. All depends on how the blend is, of course. But if you love those purple florals, you want something extremely photorealistic, it truly transports you. Like you're gonna envision that flower right there. You want something very feminine, spring-like, maybe it'll be for you. And if you didn't know already, they did also come out with another launch, which I'm going to feature in my next video, which was a hit for me. So I'll get to that shortly. Next up, a new celebrity perfume on the market is from Hayley Kiyoko, and that is Hue. Super cute bottle. Like, the bottle is a win for me. I am usually not a fan of celebrity perfume bottles. Like, they're not looking the best. They're looking a little rough. This is cute. Adorable. The scent, however, I was left really disappointed. Unfortunately, it just smells very unoriginal to me. It just smells like another one of the million fruity florals on the market. Rose, peony, magnolia, musk, fruity. The notes watermelon and lychee had me excited. Those had me excited, but I don't detect that specifically. Like, I don't smell this and think lychee, watermelon, but it does smell fruity fresh. Touch of citrus from the blood orange. It smells like along the lines of like a Miss Dior flanker or Way Melrose Place. It smells pleasant. You're not going to offend anyone with this. Like, someone smelling this and be like, yeah, that smells nice. And it lasted 2 hours on my skin. Next one, this brand reached out to me and I absolutely adore this aesthetic. Hima Jomo, Autumn in Lhoka. Listen, this is not a safe blind buy. Sample it first. I didn't like the opening. It's very dark, smoky, spicy, ambery, and leathery. The birch tar note definitely has that leather vibe to it, and that provides a bit of an animalic quality. The dry down is a like for me though. Still not a scent that I would wear personally, as it is too dark and masculine smelling for me, but as it dries down, it smooths out. The animalic quality quiets down. When I smell this, I imagine a rugged man in the woods who's been sitting by a fire, burning incense. You're getting the amber, and there's like an animal hide nearby. You have to be into a dark incense to enjoy this. This is no Spiritus Doble Vini kind of incense. There's patchouli, black pepper, balsam fir. If it was missing that animalic quality, I would quite enjoy this on a man. And again, it's not too heavy on that quality, but I can pick it up. And because of that note, it wasn't a love for me, but I do really love and appreciate that this completely transports me. Like, it paints a scene. It's artistic, brooding, dark. You're down, you don't mind a bit of that kind of leather in the opening, you may really enjoy this. Next one is Byron Mula. And although it's still in the packaging, I have tested it at length. I've had several samples of this one, and I think it's a fantastic fragrance. And if you didn't know already, it is very similar to Zaharoff's La Capitale, which I did own for some time. In Mula, the peach is more prominent and it's a tad sweeter. It's missing that leather and saffron note from La Capitale. It's ambery, you get a little bit of oud, and it has this really bright, fizzy ginger champagne character. There's some pink pepper. It's a very interesting, unique DNA. And then the caramel really shines in the dry down. This is a very fun fragrance. Like, it smells like a party or something. I do definitely think it's something you should sample first. It's really fun, very well done, but it's unique. That tangy peach and that fizzy ginger may not be for everyone. I really like it, and I really appreciate the fragrance. The performance is fantastic as well. The reason it's not 100% for me is that fizzy quality goes straight to my head and can give me a bit of a headache, but that's a me thing. As a scent, I think it's really fantastic. There's a strawberry note in this one, and my sister has been on the hunt for her perfect strawberry perfume, so I'll be sending her this one and see what she thinks. On to the last ones that I bought myself. This one being Skylar Boardwalk Delight. It just seemed fun. It is indeed. Cotton candy and guava and coconut had me intrigued. Sweet cotton candy at the forefront. It starts out smelling slightly cool. From the watery notes, you get a chilled coconut milk and guava. Water lily bringing in a bit of a fresh aquatic floral. As it dries down, it becomes warmer. The vanilla comes in, and then it becomes a vanilla cotton candy musk. It's a cute scent, but too young and girly for my personal taste. So this is, again, gonna go to one of my sisters. And the last one for today is Kilian's Straight to Heaven. Gentlemen, this is really good. This is a dark, dry, robust, masculine cedar with patchouli, rum, and nutmeg. This smells extremely polished, attractive. I picture tall, dark, and handsome in a suit, perfectly tailored. It's a very earthy scent, so you have to be down with a woodsy, patchouli, earthy vibe. Makes me think of a dark, damp cedar forest. I tested this, thought it was fantastic, but definitely too masculine for what I like to wear. Gave the sample to Eric, and he blew through it. He was gone for work and texted me, I'm gonna need Straight to Heaven. You're about to make the deal of your life and about to make a lot of money. There's a sexiness to this scent because it's bold and confident. You will never catch this man not on his A game. He is always put together, perfectly groomed. You will not catch this man with his hair a mess. You've never seen him wearing sweatpants or sweatshorts. Even on his casual days, like, you know he put in the effort. This is not a game to him. We are not messing around. Solid fragrance from Kilian. I can't believe it's taken me this long to finally get to it. So that wraps up my reviews for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I would appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!